Hello everybody, I am Bradley Tolpen and welcome to my home. It is approximately 8 p.m. on Monday, January 20, no, it's not January, it's February. It's February 21st, 2022, President's Day. And I just came home from a 6 p.m. fundamentals class, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fundamentals class at Gracie Amata, St. Louis. This has been my first week of my resume. You may have seen this calendar in a profile pic, and on it, on February 15th, it looks like it's written resume. Actually, on the calendar itself, there is no resume. That was a digital overlay because I can. But the fact of the matter is, I have just completed my first week of resume. So I've been to Gracie Amata for 7 days, and during the 7 days, I have taken 7 classes. Unfortunately, Thursday last week, if you recall, was a snow day. And as a snow day, I didn't get to take the class I was looking forward to. There is a judo class available at the school. It's an additional $5 that goes to the instructor. His name is Blair. And I wasn't able to take that class because the dojo, the gym, was closed that Thursday for the safety of everyone, all the students and all the people in the area that might have gotten hurt had they tried to drive on ice and snow. Having said that, as I said, I've been resuming my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training over the course of the last 7 days. So what have I learned and what have I studied? Well, I started out with some adult Jiu-Jitsu courses, 11:30 a.m. adult BJJ. I also did a no-gi class one day, so I did adult no-gi. And other than that, I've taken fundamentals classes. So what are the fundamentals of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from the perspective of tonight and last week with, I believe it was Tim Condren. I may have just made a mistake and said it was somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was Tim Condren. And Tim gave us some drills, a lot of drilling going on in class, but Tim's drills were additional things you can do while shrimping. So some building up on shrimping, and then also worked on, I think it was during his class, we did some throwing. So what have I done in fundamentals? Well, fundamentals, in essence, from what I can understand this last week, is learning how to better your position. You have to be able to move your position forward. You have to better your position. So it depends on whether you're in a defensive posture or an offensive posture, and that will determine what better your position means. Moving ahead, advancing the position. So we got to work on the knee slice. We got to work on a foot stomp, both in efforts to pass the guard. The knee slice and the foot stomp were being done to pass the spider guard. Also did some passing with the knee to the chest and moving ahead to a arm choke, an arm lock choke. I believe that particular choke is similar to a Darst, and so worked on advancing the position with somebody trying to in a seated position and the other person in kind of a kneeling position, coming past the guard and putting the knee to the chest, always trying to pin your opponent to the floor one way or another. Worked on riding your opponent, riding the yuki, so that you could learn to move around. So there was a lot of riding the yuki going on in some of the classes, whether it was from mount or from the back, whatever it was. We were really working on keeping our chest to chest or our chest to the back, our hips in correct placement. Talked about understanding the time to be heavy and the time to be light. Both are necessities in the fundamentals of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the grappling arts. You have to understand when to be heavy and when to be light, and that allows you to control how your opponent moves. If you get your opponent to do what you want them to do, it will make all the difference in your submission attempts and so forth. So did a lot of defense this week. I did get to throw somebody. Got to do some throws in one class. I was taught by fourth degree black belt school owner J.W. Wright. Got to see him before he went on to his instructor's classes with Master Hoyler Gracie down to the Ozarks. So I got to work with him on the first day at 11:30, and he came back following the 10-day instructor's self-defense course, and came back tonight, and I got to work with him again tonight in the fundamentals class. I got to be taught by Serge. I don't know Serge's last name, but yeah, very sticky individual and rewarding both experience in terms of the gi and the no gi. Gave me some good advice. Matter of fact, I think I rolled with Serge or worked with Serge the first day, and Serge taught the next day. I got to roll 4 times. I could have rolled a lot more, but I chose not to. I am going to build my stamina. I'm going to build my technique, and I know the more I roll, the quicker I'll progress, but I am concerned about staying healthy. So I don't want to have any injuries. I did see one person who was injured the other night, said that he hurt his shoulder, or one of his shoulders, and was going to be out for the next 3 weeks. I cannot afford to be out for 3 weeks, so I will limit my rolling as I see fit, and the instructors allow. So I got to be taught by 4th degree black belt JW. I got to be taught by brown belt Serge. I got to work, I think, with Stephen Wyatt. I'm not sure it was Stephen or not. I got to be taught by Tim Condren, and I got to roll with Derek Darrow and Daniel O'Connor and Serge. 2 of them are brown belts. One was a professional fighter, and so that was a lot of fun. And I rolled with some other people, and that was great. So I'm working on my adult jiu-jitsu, my fundamentals of jiu-jitsu, and my no-gi jiu-jitsu. And a lot of techniques that we're going over, and I believe one of J.W. Wright's things is ABC, always be choking. And as a matter of fact, when I was rolling with Danny, he was giving me opportunities to be offensive, and when he did that, I went for an armbar one time, and he reminded me that armbar would have been a lot more effective if I had gone for the choke first. And I recall being told that never feint a choke. If you're going to go for a choke, you are actually going for the choke. And whether it's a collar choke this way or a collar choke this way, whatever it is, or around that way, did a lot of different choking. Mostly chokes, mostly defense, some throwing, and fundamentals, including shrimping and drills. That's kind of my review from my first 7 days and 7 classes at Gracie Yamata, February 15th through today, February 21st, 2022. I plan to return tomorrow morning, 11:30 a.m. for the adult jiu-jitsu course, and then I have a day ahead of me where I have to do some other activities, including earn some money and volunteer for some people who are not fortunate enough to be able to hire me. I'm gonna, I think told you the other day, do a birthday party at a homeless shelter. Wednesday, I should be back for the 11:30 a.m. no gi, and the 6 p.m. Course. I think it's a 6 p.m. course on Wednesday. I'm going to have to get my calendar going. And that will depend once again on the weather. I do hear that there is some weather coming in, and depending on the weather. So I'm definitely working on keeping those legs tight up against the body, learning to manipulate my legs being squeezed, and like I said, the chest to chest, the chest to back, and just rolling. We're rolling, people. It's a grappling art. It's a wrestling art. It's grappling. And I've been having a really good time this last week, and I look forward to the next 3 months at where? Gracie Yamata, St. Louis. I don't think you can buy this shirt anymore. I actually bought the shirt because I was rolling and I was all sweaty and I needed something to put on after my workout, 10 years ago, and I bought the shirt, and yeah, I've competed too. Thank you very much, and I hope you took a moment and were able to listen to what I had to say and watch me tonight. If you haven't caught any of my other live shots, I did a live shot this morning, a fun live shot for President's Day, and I did a live shot yesterday talking about a variety of things. I am Bradley Tolpen. You are on my Facebook page. I believe this is public. I hope you had a good time. I've been having a good time doing what? Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.